Left versus right is an illusion. Liberal versus conservative is an illusion. And I don't know if you haven't even looked at history at all, but often their values and goals switch lanes. So it's all really meaningless, to be honest. But the thing is, if you look at someone and you judge them and you hate them because you're like, they're this party, they're this type of person, they're this religion or whatever, therefore they're responsible for everything anyone's ever done or everyone's ever said in the history, to you, to anybody else, they're guilty of that, they're responsible for that because they're part of that party, then the same must also be true of you. Are you guilty and responsible for every atrocity committed in the name of your party? Something to think about. But maybe you've heard that Roman saying, give them bread and circuses and they'll never revolt. This left versus right divisive stuff isn't an accident. This is social engineering at play. Because when you're fighting with your neighbor and you're blaming the people in your community for everything that's wrong in your life, everything that's ever been done to you, every wound that you ever have being raw, you don't look at who the actual people are that are responsible for all of those things. Historically, it's not actually the citizens, right? It's not actually the left or the right, the white, the black, the men, the women. It's the people who are puppeteering what's happening. They're the ones driving the narratives. They're the ones who are creating the way that the people go. And when you fall in line with the left versus right, this or that mentality, you are only doing what the puppet master wants you to do, little puppet. So I want to ask you, the next time you get mad at someone just because they have a different viewpoint to you or because you think they're in a different political party or whatever it is, can you just take a step back and take a nice deep breath and ask, can I just look at this person like an actual human being who probably cares about their own life and has their own values that might even align with mine? They just express them differently, and that potentially we might come to some kind of actual understanding where everybody feels seen and heard. When you heal your wounds, you can't be triggered into these kinds of behaviors. And when you look at other people as people acting out of wounds too, you no longer can treat them like they're your enemy.